I said Simon Ekpa is fully possessed and also is a man that everybody should be careful to stay out. What's the meaning of that? The meaning of that is what is called possessed with the spirit of freedom. When somebody is possessed with the spirit of freedom, it will be in such a way that the person has no any other thing to do than to fight for what's called freedom. So you look at the Biafra land as a place called the fatherland of Biafra. The spirit of freedom right there in Biafra has already completely possessed Simon Ekpa. And as he has possessed Simon Ekpa, you that is trying to begin to make noise or fight with him or do one thing or the other, you are also fighting the spirit of freedom. And if anything happened to you, it is not my concern, because you don't understand how spiritual things and the things of the spirit goes. Because in the realm of the spirit, when God wants to make sure somebody is used for a purpose, the person will be used based on the coming upon the spirit, or what the kind of power that has possessed you, or the spirit that has possessed you. So spirit of freedom is already in his life and has possessed him fully, and they cannot talk any other thing than what's called freedom. And if anybody needs to move on the same direction or the same path, you must also come to the level of that level of spirit of freedom to endow you and possess you, and then you can be able to talk about freedom. People that talk about freedom with empty mouth, they end up and they're carried by chaff. When the wind blows, they are carried away. People that talk about freedom, when something bribe is given to them, they will just betray and go away. But people that are possessed with the spirit of freedom, with the spirit of Biafra land, no matter the bribe you give to them, they will never accept your bribe. They will never agree with you. If you like, take presidency of social country, they will never accept it from you, except that freedom that has possessed them, that they are after. That's what they go about. So Simon Ekpa is already filled with the spirit of what's called freedom fighting. And so you should stay clear and not fight the man that has received what is called the grace, or received the power or the spirit of freedom. Don't fight that man. Fighting that man will destroy your life. It may even cost you what you will never, you and your generation may continue to suffer it. So I am not here to begin to follow anybody or side anybody. I am here to throw the light of what I am seeing in the spirit, because the spiritual always control the physical. And when I'm giving the message that's called the spiritual message, I pass it raw the way it is. So Simon Ekpa is a man that has already been filled and also possessed fully with the spirit of freedom. And spirit of freedom is not the kind of spirit that you joke with. When Jesus came upon the face of the earth, he said, the spirit of the Father is upon me, for he has anointed me. The spirit of the Lord has come upon me. He has anointed me to preach the good tidings, to spread the good news, to carry the word of God all over the place. And Jesus was doing exactly what the spirit of the Father possessed him to do. And that same spirit was what made him, that even to extent that he died on the cross and was buried, and on the third day he resurrected, because there's a spirit that quickeneth the dead body. And the spirit quickened Jesus, and Jesus went up and began to do exactly what he came to the world to do. So Simon Ekpa, you are seeing, is a disciple of what's called freedom fighting, and the spirit of freedom has fully possessed him, and you can never separate him from that spirit. And they can never one day wake up and talk about any other thing rather than talking about freedom. And that is why most of the revelations you are seeing, and most of the deep mysteries and deep things that is bringing out here and there, is based on the spirit of freedom that is upon his life. So if you want to stop him, go first of all and remove the spirit of freedom out of him. So when you remove the spirit of freedom, then you can have a way. But if you cannot remove the spirit of freedom, you better join him and not fight him. That is what's going on. And then you come to the Biafra land as a Biafra nation. All the people that must talk about freedom are people in the class of what's called Dim or Jumegu or Juku. We talk about people, you go straight away, you talk about somebody like Namo de Kano. You talk about every other person that is not known, but they are hot. You talk about Simon Ekpa. You talk about Major Prophet David Elijah. We are not talking about this freedom based on, we are or we want to collect money or this or that. We're talking about the emancipation of God's people. God's people is in Nigeria, and also their light is not shining. It's supposed to shine the way it ought to shine to change the destiny of Africa. to change the destiny of the people right here in the South Africa and the West Africa, Nigeria side. To change their destiny, to even bring a blessing to Yorubas, to the Hausas, to Fulanis, and everywhere, to bring the light that will shine permanently. But it is quite unfortunate that some people are sat on these things and not allowing this light to shine. And this is what has been causing the deep darkness that has covered all over the place. And so, major prophet of God is in the business of also throwing the light in the prophetic so that people that know what's called the truth can be able to follow the truth, because a prophet is a prophet. And any nation that must be great in life must also work with what's called people that are possessed with the spirit of freedom. People that are filled with the spirit of freedom. Jesus said, the spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has anointed me to preach the good tidings. So this is the work of the Spirit. It's not the work of flesh and blood. It is things of the Spirit. And that is why I keep on saying, if you must follow a man that is led by the Spirit, you also have to be spiritual. If you are not spiritual, you begin to chase shadow. You will be talking out of the point, going here and there, chasing the cloud and cloud chaser and all of that. You will not know how things are going. And this is why we try to follow up in the realm of the Spirit and everything that has been happening in the prophetic aspect of everything happening with Nigeria and all the people that are fighting for freedom in Nigeria. We've been able to stand in the gap to also detail them how they're going to end up. And they are also happening that way. It's a proof of what's called being endowed and being possessed with the spirit of freedom. So you, before you talk about freedom, pray for the spirit of freedom to come upon you. If the spirit of freedom comes upon you, finish, matter settled. That is how it works. Without the spirit of freedom, you cannot talk about freedom. And when you talk about freedom, you will just be looking for who to fight and who to quarrel. You will not mean the real deal, because this freedom we are fighting for will surely come to pass. It's just one day God will prove the world that He is God, and something great will begin to happen on the face of the earth. God bless you, and thank you for watching this very program. If you are a freedom fighter anywhere in the world, may the Lord stretch His hand and touch you, bless you, lift you up, grant you all your heart desire, make you a testimony, and cause all the enemies to bow, and let the light of God shine on your way, and let the glory of God come upon you. That which you have been asking of the Lord, receive it now. In Jesus' precious name, I pray.
Stay where you are. You mentioned Kosovo, is that correct?
Yes.
Maybe you mentioned Albania, or maybe you are aware of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Do you know Bosnia?
Yeah, Bosnia, Kosovo, and South Sudan.
You said they went to United Nations, is that correct?
Yes.
And they got their freedom.
Yes.
Before they went to the United Nations, did they pick up arms to fight or not? Thank you very much. That's what I want to know. Once you give us guns and weapons, stay in Kuwait, we'll fight at home. When we, listen, you come me up and you keep beating me. If somebody is walking past, they will say, stop beating. What is the problem? You can say your own part and I will say what happened, and somebody can judge. United Nations.
Please, can you tell us?
I will tell you why we did not succeed before. Because of what you said now. You said now that if this is only an Igbo cause, that it will not work. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Now we are bringing and taking everybody along. That is number one. And number two, we stopped fighting in 1970. We went to fight an all-out war, which is total warfare. There's somebody from the Air Force who is here. Maybe he can help us out. We went to fight them, you shoot and we shoot back at you. The whole world ganged up, Britain especially, because Britain knew they know what it can do. And Britain, listen, people don't know the conspiracy against Biafra. The reason why Biafra has not come is because the likes of Britain don't want Biafra to emerge. If Biafra is standing strong today, every black person on this earth will be liberated. Do you hear what I said? every black man, including Obama, will become free. But they don't want that. They ganged up against us and they killed our people. We should have continued. The BOF should have continued. The second army should have gone into the bush to continue guerrilla warfare. That was the greatest mistake of all. We went back to go and reintegrate. When I was talking to very heavy players, big men at UN, what they said to me is, but you stopped. That means that what you're fighting for is not worth dying for. If your freedom is not worth dying for, then the world cannot take you seriously. That is the way it is. Any day, if you like, listen, if just do us, I don't need your money, what we want from you is one container load only. We won't come to you again. Let me tell you, any day they shoot us, police shoot us, we shoot back at them. They kill us, we kill them. Believe you me, UN will come in that same day. But if they're only killing you, UN will say, please, can you investigate the matter? Can you investigate it and make sure that all the culprits are brought to justice? Is that not what they will say? But any day police kill us, we kill police back. They will say, please, what is the problem? What is going on? That time the language is not the same. What is going on means they want to hear from the zoo, they want to hear from us. But if they come and they kill us and they go scot-free, they will say to the zoo, please investigate and let us know. Every country you mentioned, the UN came in as they were fighting. For every year that we fought the war, Southern Sudan fought for 10 years. Guerrilla warfare. At a point, it became very, very clear to Sudanese that you must let these people go. Because they're not going away. They have fought for 30 years, they're not going anywhere. These are the things we need to understand. Had both Biafra, Organization of Freedom Fighters, had they gone to the bush to continue guerrilla warfare, by now Biafra will be a free country. But everybody went into buying and selling. You became very selfish. It's just about you and your son and your family. Which is why, go and ask people who are as old as we are, that grew up in the village and close to our father and our grandparents or uncles in those days. Ask them, since when did an Igbo man start saying, Anama Chayhomono
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Welcome to this particular day emergency broadcast of the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I welcome you all as you watch and listen through the different channel and platform. You are watching and listening through the Voice of Biafra 97.5 FM. You are also watching and listening through the various platforms of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile media team and all those who love what we're doing. I welcome you, ladies and gentlemen of the press, those who have seated on this platform today to listen to what we have for our people, the information we have for our people. Like you all know, we are getting ready for the historic convention in Finland. When we started, they thought it was a joke. Today, it has become reality. Biafrans from all over the world are trooping into Finland. And we have just noticed that they are cancelling flights to Finland from different locations. Few weeks ago, somebody contacted me and was telling me that, Simon, you know, PM, I foresee that the British are conniving with some people or with some nations to cancel flights to Finland during the convention. That we should watch out for that. I don't know who this person is. Please, if you are the person that reached out to me to inform me about the possibility to cancel flight into Finland, please, I want to see you again. Write me, because your prophecy has come to pass. As I'm talking to you today, some Biafrans coming from Australia, flight has been cancelled, rescheduled for them to arrive in Finland on the 20th, the afternoon of the first day of the event. So many Biafrans coming from the United States, some of their flight has been cancelled and most of them not even rescheduled. But yet, they insisted they're going to do everything to arrive in Finland. So, whoever that person is that made that prophecy, the prophecy is real and it is happening. But yet, Biafrans are very resilient and they are coming. Some of them are buying more tickets to come because Finland is going to be the gate of Biafra. I welcome you all. I want to thank Biafra people and appreciate them for their doggedness, for their resilience, for what they have done from our civil disobedience up to this point. Even in the middle of persecution, they stood their ground. The successful end to the 3 weeks civil disobedience curfew placed on Biafra territory worked out very well. We have seen how they manipulate the court of our leader. According to the sources from the Aso Rock, the criminals from the southeast were responsible for not releasing Mazen Ambikano. So the harder we are going to come on them. I want you to understand that the road to Biafra is very, very clear. The template to Biafra freedom is very clear. The occupiers of our land is being evicted. The delegitimization of the Nigerian evil terrorists in our land is happening faster than we ever expected. The protection of our land, protection of the women and children is happening, and we are defeating this terrorist-controlled Nigerian army every day and night. We must give this particular kudos to the Biafra resistance fighters and the Biafra Liberation Army and every other forces under the control of the Biafra Republic government in exile. They are doing a fantastic job. Some of them don't know that the Iduakanono is now in a different level. The Iduakanono have started. We warn them about what is to come. You can't continue to burn our villages, kill our women and children, and you expect us to fold our arms and watch you. It's not going to be possible. Those people that are responsible for these atrocities in our land will have a heavy price to pay. And believe you me, they are paying that price as I speak. This is just the beginning. we started talking about the convention in Finland. Some of them don't know what we're talking about. But today, they are interested in knowing what is going on in Finland. I want you to understand that the Finland Convention will be streamed live to Biafra people for you to follow up what is happening in Finland. A lot of things will be unveiled. A lot of things will be made public. The step-by-step procedure to achieve Biafra independence will be made open in Finland. In Finland, we will go into treaties, we will go into alliance, and it will be streamed live. Today, we have one of the strongest army. Some people will say ragtag army. We don't have ragtag army. We have well-trained, internationally trained armies that are now fighting to protect our land. When we ask for support, we mean business. You know what they normal do? The Nigeria agents, they will come to demoralize you. They will say, oh, there isn't fund. There isn't fund. Oh, they are cashing out. These are the words of stupidity, because fighting requires fund. Buying bullets and ammunition requires fund. I want you all to remember when the government of Biafra in exile started, some of them will say, oh, they are going to arrest Sanaikpa. Oh, Sanaikpa don't know what he's doing. He's declaring himself as prime minister. Oh, they're going to lock him up. Oh, they're going to kill him. Oh, they're going to, all manner of bullshit. Because they don't know their left from their right. Today, what is happening? What have you done to Simon Ekpa? Nothing. I don't care what you call me. Biafra people that I'm trying to liberate understand the importance of what Simon Ekpa is doing. Those who said I was Nigeria agent, where are they today? Those who said Tinubu paid me $25 million, where are they today? Those who say, oh, he is destroying the Southeast, where are they today? They are nowhere to be found. But I'm still standing here, Gidigba. I want you to understand, as far back as 2021, we had no arms. We had no ammunition. The sabotage of the Eastern Security Network was in the highest level. We call upon God to intervene. And here we are today. Every leakage is sealed. Every sabotage from the criminals and defunct criminals, expelled criminals, they are with their leader Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Sealed. They committed abomination in the name of Biafra. They committed atrocities against our own people in the name of Biafra. We came on board and God used us to salvage the situation. Some of you outside the struggle will never understand what I'm talking about. But on a very good day, we will write a book about it. About the atrocities of Ejiofor and co. Then you will know the things of the spirit. Things that are not in public. I welcome all of you to Finland. You will come to Finland in peace and leave Finland in peace with a very powerful historic memory that you will never forget in your life. Those who want to see Simon Ekpa, they say they came to Finland to protest. Simon Ekpa ran away. It is time for you to come. Come, let us see how powerful you are in Europe. Come to Finland now. I don't do things when you ask me to do it. I do things when I want to do it. The Nigerian government today knows that Nigeria has disintegrated. It is only those outside the government of Nigeria that will not understand what is going on, what God has used us to do. Nigeria has collapsed. And our aim and objective is nothing else other than to collapse Nigeria in order to save lives. Nigeria is a terrorist country. Nigeria sponsors terrorism, and they are not going to stop. Their agenda is to turn everybody into Islam. It is not by force. To turn us into Islamic State. Inasmuch as you all know what is going on in Israel, we continue to stand with Israel, come rain, come sun. Biafra people will continue to stand on the covenant of God, come rain, come sun. Today, a lot of people are shouting about Palestinian and all that. Why they ignore Biafra? Biafra are black people. Biafra are black people. So that doesn't matter. Somebody said the thing is cracking. Sorry for that. We've watched what is going on within Nigeria, and it is not something we have to continue. We've endured a lot. We've seen the bombardment of Biafra territory by the Nigeria Boko Haram controlled army. We've seen the enforcement of disappearance of Biafra youth in checkpoints. We continue to maintain that checkpoints are all banned in Biafra territory. We've also made it very clear that any security personnel or terrorists in security uniform carrying gun in Biafra land, you are a target. We don't want to see anybody carrying gun in Biafra territory. You have committed a lot of atrocities with your gun, and we don't need it again. We will continue to call the subconsciousness of Biafra people, especially those who stay very close to military barracks. Our arms and ammunition are against those who comes with gun and machine gun to kill our people. So if you live close to any military barrack, the terrorist military barrack, stay away 1 kilometer. Why I am saying this is that Biafra will soon embark on a very, very dangerous operation to wipe away every presence of Nigeria within Biafra territory. It is going to start happening very soon. We give you enough time so that you are going to be saved as a civilian. We'll give you enough time. That's why I've been announcing this thing for the past months. Stay away from military barrack 1 kilometer. The same thing goes to checkpoint. Stay away from checkpoint. Don't hawk on checkpoint, because you never can tell when it is going to happen. But whether we are going to evict them, we are doing that. Whether we're going to expel them from our land, we are doing that. Whether we are going to delegitimize the government of Nigeria, we are doing that. Without wasting time. Sorry? Some people say that, oh, look at them, they are killing militaries, they are fighting military. They are, what military? The same military that comes to your villages to help the terrorists to burn your villages and make them occupy your village. They are not worthy to be called military. The reason for Finland is to open the gate of Biafra freedom. And if you miss it, you have missed a lot. For those of you who may not be able to come to Finland, make sure you follow the live streaming of Finland Convention, Biafra Convention, happening this Friday and Saturday. Very important. You may not be here, but you are going to follow us live. The idea is that we're asking you, what is the roadmap? What is your roadmap? What is your map of Biafra? What is all that? We are going to put those things to rest here in Finland. And today, I will, for those of you watching live, you will have the privilege to see, in case if you have not ordered your Biafra charter, the Confederated State of Biafra, the charter. The charter is on for you to grab your copy. Go and grab your copy if you have not done that. Go to the New Dimension website and get your copy, order your copy of the Biafra Charter. The Biafra Charter is a document that is going to lay the background of the Biafra freedom. And it will start from this weekend. You must get a copy of that for you to know what we are doing, where we are going, and what we have done. I am not here to unveil anything at this point, but believe me, a lot of things are going to be unveiled in Finland. The de facto government is one of them. And after that, the gate to Biafra freedom will be open. I want everyone to look at this. This is something that you must go and get your own copy of the Biafra Charter. looking at now is the charter of the Confederating State of Biafra. It is only the cover that you are going to see. The Confederating State of Biafra Charter. It's a very powerful document. One of the things that Biafrans will adopt in Finland that will set the pace for our freedom. So if you are in Finland or you are not coming to Finland, tell anybody that is coming to Finland to grab a copy for you. It is very limited. Very limited numbers of this charter has been printed. So first come, first serve. For those of you who are making the order already at the New Dimension, the copy of the Biafra Charter costs 100. And I want you to understand that it is not about selling it. It is also a way for the Biafra government to raise funds to buy arms and ammunition needed to fight our enemy that are coming to kill our people. If you have not done anything, you must have a copy of the Biafra Charter. So that those who are telling you that Biafra is not possible, they should also, we invite them to also take a look at the Biafra Charter and follow us in this convention. Follow everything we are going to do in this Helsinki convention, because that is where the gate of Biafra freedom will be open. So anybody that is telling you Biafra is this, Biafra is that, tell them you must come and follow the event happening in Helsinki. Since you could not come, follow it online. I want you to understand that we have at least almost 300 Biafrans coming to Finland. 300. And you know the registration fee. It is not free. It is not free of charge. Because the venue of this event is one of the most powerful venues in Europe, in other countries. It costs money. It is not free. But we have many Biafrans, hundreds of Biafrans coming. So you can imagine if we have an event that is free of charge, where we will say Biafra come to Finland and let us have convention. We are going to have millions. We are going to have millions. And you know, when it comes to money, everybody will run away. So everybody coming to Finland has paid the accreditation fee between $150 to $250. That is how serious we are. It shows that Biafrans are ready to get their freedom. If you think that you are better, come and pull this crowd, let us see. So I want to surprise all of you. For those of you who do not agree, or who may be doubting because of the criminality you have got yourself involved in before in Biafra struggle. The freedom we are looking for is here. There is nothing Nigeria can do. I said, God is going to use me to end Nigeria. Because immediately Biafra ends it, Nigeria has ended. I am telling you the fact. And this particular disintegration of Nigeria is going to favor everybody. It's going to favor us. It's going to favor those who don't even want us to go. But because of their devilishness, they don't want other people to progress. We are not one and can never be one. And I want everyone to understand, as you can see, Biafra is going to be a confederating state. Confederation, you know what it means. Everybody will have access to governance. You are going to govern yourself in your state. Nobody will interfere. Whatever you have in your state belongs to you. The oil in your state belongs to you. The natural resources in your state belong to you. That is the Biafra we are looking for. So, when they say, how are you going to do it? How will you govern yourself? Tell them, the Charter of Biafra Confederated State has solved that problem. Every problem of Biafra, every problem that you can think of has been solved in this charter. And that is why we can never fail. I said, I have come to finish this fight for freedom. If it requires burning down Nigeria, we'll burn it down, and it will still come. I am telling you the fact. Go and mark my word. You think that we are going to fold our arms and watch them kill us? No. Those who are only interested in my voice cracking, can you just stop distracting me? If my voice is cracking, manage it like that. I have made the broadcast for a while. So the voice can be cracking because of the gadget. If you think that what we are doing is a joke, you are going to be shocked. Just 2 days to go. Just 2 days. Anybody that is still doubting or still wondering what we are doing is that we are not federal government of Biafra. We are not Federal Republic of Biafra. No, we are Confederated State of Biafra, where the 32 states of Biafra plus the capital will be autonomy, handle their things on their own, free, without any interference. Because you know, what they are thinking about is that, how are Biafra going to do their thing? They are only interested in oil. We are not interested in oil. We are going to have what we call brain-based economy. And this document have solved the problem. And so, we are encouraging both those who don't believe in Biafra to get this particular document. Because that is where the foundation of your freedom is. The foundation of Biafra freedom is in this book, in this document. And after going through this document, you are then free to criticize us. You are then free to condemn it. But I know you can't even do that. You can't even condemn it. Biafra has the best constitution called the Principles of Liberation of Biafra. Everything has been reactivated. And I want to tell Ohaneze, Ndoshi, that are putting bounty on my head. Unuganefu, one after the other. All of you that put bounty on my head, Unuganefu, one after the other. Chineke gana akpu one after the other. The God of Biafra will make sure that Unuganefu, one after the other. I said it. I want to tell you that you don't know what is coming. I said the way we are going to fight all of you for this freedom is something nobody has ever seen. I'm going to stop here because I don't have time. I still have a lot of things to do this evening. Fellow Biafrans, listen to the following announcement. Very, very important. As we wait to enter a different phase of the Biafra freedom in Finland, we have promised Biafra people from the day one, after the kidnapping of Mazin Amdekan, that Biafra is going to come from diaspora. So we are going to bring Biafra from diaspora, and that's exactly what we're doing. So some of you who were privileged to follow us from the one, you know that we said we will bring Biafra from diaspora. We also said we will make sure that the kidnap of Mazin Amdekan is very expensive and it will be more costlier than the cost of releasing him. We have achieved that. We've also promised Biafra people that we will make sure that the kidnap of Mazin Amdekan is very useless. We have achieved that. And let me tell you one thing. You see, in this struggle that I'm leading, there is no room for sabotage. You can never disappoint me and succeed. Never. I want everyone to pay attention to the following announcement. Those of you that are going to occupy positions in the de facto government in the homeland, that will be activated in a few days' time. Search yourself. Watch yourself. There is no room. There is no room for gossip. There is no room for betrayal. There is no room for betrayal. There is no room for betrayal. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing, bring us together, is that you have volunteered to serve the Afro people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve the Afro people, not a call to serve Samanepa. Not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states, not a call to do party in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction, you must take directive, and don't joke with it. I may not be able to tell you this thing again, but this goes to everybody that will be occupying a position in the next 2 days in the Biafra government. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. The reason I'm here is to get freedom for you and for everyone that wants freedom from Biafra. This freedom we will fight till it comes. And we have the template how to get the freedom. Sorry, my voice is, as you can see, my voice is cracked. It's going to get better before Friday, because I want my voice to sound like organic music from Friday. On this note, Because of the development in the Biafra government in exile, and because of the activities the Biafra government in exile has embarked on, we don't need any distractions from anywhere. Those who have served this particular purpose for a very long time has done a very good job. And for that reason, from this evening, I am announcing to the Biafra people that anybody, any group called Umuada, whether it is Umuada worldwide, or whether it is Umuada in America, whether it is Umuada in autopilot, everything Umuada, as far as this government is concerned, has been dissolved. There is nothing like Umuada going forward. And do not listen to anybody who parade herself or who parade him or herself as Umuada or supporter of Umuada. It doesn't exist in this government. We have every woman serving in this particular government in the cabinet of Biafra government in exile. The number of women in the cabinet outnumber the number of men. Nobody is going to form anything outside this government. Everybody is within the cabinet of government. So Umuada is dissolved and banned. Everybody that is having anything to deal with anybody called Umuada, you are on your own from tonight. We must remain focused. Any slightest distraction will cut you off. And it is not now that we have gone this far that we're going to create any room for anybody to sabotage this struggle. They never born you. So from tonight, if you have anything to do with anything called Umuada, distance yourself from there. Otherwise, you are going to form your own and do whatever you want to do. We are not against anybody. Do whatever they want to do. But once you are part of this Biafra government in exile, there is nothing like Umuada from tonight. Those of you coming to Finland, comport yourself. Make sure you are watching and following the WhatsApp group that have been created for everybody coming to Finland. The WhatsApp group is a place where you are going to be getting every information you need, both the security information and every information about this particular convention. Because while in the convention, we will be communicating to you through the platform. So if you are added to that platform, make sure you read everything being posted to that platform for your own good, so that you know what to do at any particular point in time. By tomorrow, we are going to update every person that is coming to Finland on our security measures. And it will be posted in that particular WhatsApp forum. So do not say that you did not hear, or you did not see, or you did not read that particular security measures. When you will come to the venue, because every directive that will be given to you, you must follow it to be able to have access to the venue of this convention. So pay attention and follow whatever that is happening on that group. Nobody is allowed to post anything to that group except the chairperson and those in charge, the committees. Probably nominated one person that will be posting every update. Both update on when to go to coffee, update on when to go for a security check, update on what to do, how to do it, what to bring to the hall, what to bring to the hall, how to come to the hall, how not to come to the hall, how you are going to dress, how you will not dress. All those updates will be coming through this group. I want to thank you all for your support so far, for your prayer. I want to thank the Biafra Liberation Army. I want to thank all the commanders. I want to thank the Biafra resistance fighters. I want to thank all the commanders. I want to thank the BNL. I want to thank the Biafra Black Marine, the Navy, the Dragon Fighters Marine. I want to thank all of you for the wonderful job you are doing in Bakassi Peninsula. Bakassi is our own, and there is no two ways about it. We will fight any forces in our territory until they leave. And let me tell you, after Finland, the game will change. If the game don't change, then you know that I'm a liar. After Finland, I am Bapelo Nigeria film. The film and the movie they never see before. We'll open it for them. May God bless all of you. From here, from me, it's good evening.